Hi, I'm Fontaine. I'm here today with Ruby and Falcon, and they're going to help me demonstrate how to do Payday. So before we begin Payday, I have to make sure that I have everything that I need. So I like to have cash. I got 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s. I've got donation slips for the kids when they make their charitable donations. I went to the family safe and I got out their expense baggies that has all their money in it. I've got my calculator, which is on my handy dandy phone, and I've got a pen for marking things on the point chart. So after I've got all my supplies ready for Payday, then I have the kids go get their point charts off of the fridge, and I have them actually tally up the total for the week. I have them do it because it's a great review for their math facts. They get to do their addition and their multiplication, and then they present it to me. And this is one of my favorite parts of Payday. We kind of have a review of how her week went. So I would say things like, Ruby, I see that you cleaned your bedroom every day. Very good. Ruby's main job is laundry. And I would say, wow, Ruby, you did your job consistently every day. Very good. You got your homework done every day by 5 o'clock. Fantastic. And at this point, though, there are some things that she did not get done. But instead of focusing on the negative, I'm going to focus on the positive things that she did get done. So for instance, I see that she only developed your personal talent. And what is it you're working on?
Drawing.
Okay, so right now she's working on developing her drawing skills. She only did that 3 times last week. But instead of focusing on the 4 times that she didn't do it and saying, Ruby, why didn't you draw 4 times last week? I say, wow, Ruby, it looks like you worked on your drawing 3 times last week. Very good. See the difference, how it's a positive thing instead of focusing in on anything negative? You don't want to be negative when you do Payday. It's all about positive, it's all about reward, 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 reward. And then also you can ask questions like, if there's something that doesn't look right, for instance, Ruby, I know last week wrote in her journal every day. This week I see that she only did it 3 times. So I would say, Ruby, I see that you only wrote in your journal 3 times last week. What happened?
I lost my journal pen.
Oh, you lost your pen. Okay, so she lost her pen, something simple. Would you like another pen?
Yeah.
I have some that I can sell you for $1. Would you like one of those?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's really cool that you're able to kind of review their progress and how they're doing. And keep in mind that these are habits that they're just starting. And so you want to be very encouraging because every one of these represents something they may not have been doing previously. So this is huge. This is a big improvement over what they used to do. I really like the saying, when performance is measured, it improves. When performance is measured and reported, it improves faster. All Payday is your kids reporting their personal progress. So after we've reviewed her point chart, I double check her math to make sure that it's right. I actually have already done that. I used my calculator and her math is correct. She earned 2,580 points last week. Good job, Ruby. That's a lot of money. It was a good week. And so now I need to convert that into dollars. 100 points equals $1. So 2,580 points equals $25.80. All you do is you move the decimal point over 2 spaces. Now, I'm not a big fan of dealing with change, so normally what I'll do is I'll round up. So for Ruby, instead of $25.80, I'll just round up to $26. And this is one of my favorite parts too, is then I actually give her cash from my pile. So I give her a 20, a 5, and a 1, and I say, good job. I'm rewarding her for the habits and behaviors and jobs she's been doing around the house. And it's a wonderful thing. So then the next question is, what does she do with all that money? Does she just go and blow it? Do you go out and buy candy and ice cream? No. What we're trying to do is prepare our kids for the real world. As an adult, when I get a paycheck, I can't just go and do whatever with it. I have expenses. I have things that I have to pay for. And so Ruby also has expenses and things that she needs to pay for. And so what we recommend is the 10, 10, and 10 rule. 10% goes to charity. 10% is fun money. 10% is savings. And the remaining 70% goes for expenses and financial obligations. What we do for our children is we encourage them to give to a charity, a business or a cause or a charity or a church, whatever that you feel comfortable with. In our family, we tithe. And so what Ruby would do is she would grab one of our tithing slips here, she would fill it out, and she would take 10% of her money, $2.60. So in her case, I would suggest that she round up as well. Pay $3 and put it in her tithing slip and pay that for a tithe. And then 10% goes to herself. This is fun money. So another $3 goes to herself. Now this is money that she can just spend on whatever. This can be ice cream, this can be candy. You need to pay yourself. And then 10% goes to savings. Now what we recommend is you have a bank account, custodial account, whatever you want. That money goes into the bank account and the kids are not supposed to touch it until they turn 18. That's their long-term savings and they don't touch it. The remaining goes into her expense envelope. And then at the end of payday, if there are any expenses due, she would pay for those. Now in Ruby's case, there's cheer camp coming up and it's a $100 deposit. And so I would say, okay, Ruby, do you have $100 for cheer camp?
I think so.
Okay. And I would let her get her expense baggie and she would hand me the money. Oh, and there it is. And so now she's all paid up for cheer camp. She's good to go. She still has some money left over for other expenses that are going to be coming up. And I would take this and I would put this back in the family safe along with the other kids' expense baggies. And that's payday. That's payday in a nutshell. It's very easy, very straightforward. And remember, all you're doing is taking the money you were already spending on your children and you're having them earn it and then them spend it on the same things that you were spending on anyway. Normally I would have paid for cheer camp, but now Ruby's the one paying for it. Is she going to be more attentive if this is her money? Absolutely. Another good example is my 6-year-old son Falcon here, who loves basketball. Now his job around the house is to do dishes. So what he did is he took the money that he earned from doing dishes and he bought himself some really nice basketball shoes. Every day after practice and after every game, he dutifully took them off, put them back in the original box, and put them up high on his shelf so they wouldn't get damaged, so they would be safe and protected. Would he have done that if I had bought the shoes for him? Yeah, maybe. But the fact that he knew the value of the money and the value of how much he had to spend for those shoes ensured that he would take very good care of them. And that's kind of the whole point of payday, is to transfer some of that responsibility from the parents to your children, to get them used to making decisions, to get them used to handling money, and to take better care of the things that they have, to love to work, and to develop good habits. So that's payday in a nutshell. We have the kids get their point charts off the fridge and tally up their point totals at the bottom. Then as the parent, we review their week, give positive feedback, no criticism. Then we check their math. I like to round up, pay them cash, and then we apply the 10, 10, and 10 rule. 10% charity, 10% fun money, 10% goes off to savings, and the remaining 70% goes into their expense baggie. If they have any expenses, they can pay them at that point. Print out new point charts, put them on the fridge. The key though is, and I gotta make sure that this is very clear, you gotta do payday every week, rain or shine. Your kids are working really hard to get their jobs done and to develop these good habits. And if you don't do payday, the whole system will fall apart. Think of it this way, how long would you work at your job if they stopped paying you? Yeah. So kids are the same way. You got to do payday, rain or shine. I'm Fontaine. This is Ruby. That's Falcon. Thanks for watching.